Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Welcome back to the stage, Kim Calvert.
All right, so we went easy on you for the first part, all right? This section up to lunch, I don't even know how I'm getting through it, never mind how you're getting through it, okay? So what we left off the first part of the morning, what I really wanted to get across to you, and you can go to page 19 in your workbook. The bottom line is, whether you totally get it or whether you don't, whether you believe in God or universe or energy, the bottom line is, energy is what you are, and energy always is for fuller expansion and expression. That's why you want more. That's why when you go to the gym, you want to do better the next time you go to the gym. Like, I trained a lot, and I never went into the gym and went, right, okay, I benched 60 kilos, which I actually did. And I didn't go in the next week and go, I'm going to try for 10. Like, you just wouldn't do that. You would never go backwards. That goes against our nature, okay? So it's always for fuller expansion and expression. That is the inherent nature and essence within you, okay? So just know that. It's normal. And that's why you're on this planet, is to work that out. And then when you work it out, you have a lot of fun with it. Okay, that's becoming aware. Now, the other thing on this page, it says it's 100% evenly present at all times. Well, if you can remember back to when you were in school and you started to learn about energy and physics, like, I didn't really take that much in, but what I do remember was it can't be created and it can't be destroyed. So the question then is, what is it? Like, what is God, or what is universe, or what is energy? If you ask anyone from the religious side of the fence, they'll say God just is. If you ask somebody who's a scientist and you ask what is energy, they say energy just is. It's not negative, it's not positive, it just is. And it's your thinking that turns it into something, okay? So the way I always explain it to my clients is, imagine there's a big cement mixer, we popped it into your head, the little beautiful whatever it is that you make, a vase or a vase or whatever it is you want to call it, that will be because you chose that shape. So the cement, or the clay or whatever, goes into your mind. It's your thinking that shapes it to give it form. It has no form before you give it form. Now, that is so vitally important to remember, because some of you in here think you can't do this because you don't know how, or you're not good enough, or that's for other people. But the same energy that is flowing into my mind is flowing into your mind. The same energy that is flew into Steve Jobs' mind is the same energy right now. And as I said earlier, everything is already present. So the way to make the internet was always here. It took somebody to become aware. Now, when we think about your goals, you might be thinking, well, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Or maybe you haven't even thought about goals. But yet what I know is that if everything is science, or is energy, and it can't be created or destroyed, it's already here. But the thing is, you have to tune into that, flick the switch on, allow the energy to flow to make your Hoover work, to make you work, okay? So that is really important that you remember that from the outset. Now, that might be so new to you, and that's a complex subject in itself. I could talk for a week on that alone. But it's important to put it in there because I feel that it is the missing link to success. Not enough people talk about that. And I get it. It's sometimes controversial. It's sometimes, don't mention God on stage. Why not? Like, it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it just is what it is, and it's whatever you believe that it is. You don't have to believe in God, I do, but if you don't, then that's okay. But you gotta believe in something. That's the bottom line. We all believe something. So I just want you to get a deeper connection with that something so that you can start to express. I always think of a garden hose. Have you ever went out to wash your car, or maybe do the plants, and suddenly the water just kind of drips out, and you're like, what happened. You switched it on, but there's no water. And you walk around the side of the house, and there's a kink in the hose. Have you ever experienced that? Yeah. As soon as you unkink the hose, whew, the water comes again. Think of that like the energy. And think about, what is the water pressure? What is your energy pressure? Do you feel, woof, I'm ready to take on the world, and you're getting things done, and you're on point, and everything's happening, that kind of skip in the park day? Or do some days it just kind of drips out? Well, there's probably kinks in your hose. And if you leave the hose pipe lying for a while, dirt and sediment gets into the hose, and then when you turn the water on, all the stuff comes out for the first couple of seconds. That was like earlier when you started to express and let go of all that stuff. That was old stuff coming out of you, okay? So I use a lot of analogies because I just think it explains things so much easier, okay? So you're a spiritual being. Energy is ever present. All the power and energy that you need to fulfill your goal is already here. You're just not aware of it, okay? So now we're going to get into the juicy meat of the bones, which is, how do you make this happen? Now, first thing you've got to know is what you want. Okay, there's no point in me teaching you how to do all of this if you haven't a clue what you're going for or what it is that you desire. Then I'll teach you how to achieve it. But you've got to figure out where you're going first, okay? So I want us to do an exercise. Now, we have done this many times before, but this is another time, and I want everybody to just relax in their seat, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, put the pen and paper down, and get into a nice comfy position, okay? What I'm going to take you through is a very short visualization process where I just want you to let the energy go wherever the energy goes, all right? Now, I do want to give you, or make you give it a little bit of direction by thinking about the results you would like. And the best way I've found to do this is think about, how do you want to live your life? What does that look like on an average day? I don't want you to sit there and think about sipping cocktails on a beach or, you know, doing all of that stuff, which is great. We all love it. But if you did it every day, we would have a lot of problems, okay? So I want you to think about if anything is possible. And just pretend. If you don't believe it, that's okay. But if everything is possible, what would you want? That's what you really got to think about, okay? I'm going to play some music and I'm going to walk you through this. And I just want you to use my words and let it guide you wherever it takes you. Now, for the people in the room who are very, yeah, I know where I'm going, I know what I want out of life, great. Allow that to expand. For anyone in the room who feels stuck or you just don't have a clue what your goals are, don't force it. Just see where your mind takes you, okay? So, everybody close their eyes. Nobody's looking at you. Don't worry about the person beside you. I want you to totally relax and allow yourself to be a good instrument of the mind, okay? So I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in and let go. Do that again. And I want you to start and think about what it is you do. How do you spend your days? What is the service that you give people? Anything is possible, and you're doing exactly what you've always wanted to do. How do you get compensated for this? How much money do you now have to do and spend and live the life that you want to live? And now I want you to drive home. You're in the car you've always wanted to drive. You can hear the engine. You can smell the newness. And as you drive up to your dream home, wherever that is, want you just to know that you did this. And as you walk up to the front door and you open the door, what is the first smell? What is the first noise that you hear? And I want you to go to the room that most resonates with you. Just notice who's in this beautiful home with you. The noises, the laughs. Just enjoy that. Walk through it, feel it. Now I want you to walk down a hall, and I want you to look at yourself in a mirror. And I want you to really imagine you're in the body you've always wanted. You're wearing the clothes you've always wanted. Disconnect from your mind and really connect with your heart. What does it feel like? Be so proud of you. Look at yourself straight in the eyes and love you. And as you take yourself off to bed for the night and you climb up into the bed, notice who's beside you. And if you're by yourself, enjoy the space. As your head hits the pillow, feel the release. This is your life every day. And you get to do it all over again tomorrow. I want you to feel that right down your throat, down your chest, right down into your fingers and toes. Just let that feeling sink in. Just feel the stillness, the knowingness. Just enjoy the last few seconds. Okay, and you can open your eyes. So how did that feel? I'm going to come down and find out. Dun,